Hi. I wanted to read you one of my favorite books. Do you know this book? It's called No, David. And it's written by David Shannon, the author. And when there's only one name on the cover, that usually means they wrote the words and created the pictures. So his name is David, and it's called No, David. I think that this story is about when he was little. What do you think? That's just a guess. So this is one of my favorite stories to read with my friends. No, David by David Shannon. David's mom always said, "No, David." He's drawing on the wall. Do you think that she doesn't want him to ever draw? Is that why she's saying no? No, it's not that she doesn't want him to draw. She doesn't want him to draw on the wall, right? You know, one of the first times I ever got in trouble at school was because I drew on my desk. It was in the wood grain of the desk, and I could really see a picture in the pattern of the wood grain, and I just really wanted to point that out. So without really thinking, I used my pencil and drew on it, and that was not a good choice, was it? And I had to clean up the desks, and I felt really bad. And it taught me that next time I have an idea, I need to think about it before I actually do it. It's really warm in here. Okay. No, David. Look, those are capital letters now, so she's really saying it stern. Do you think he's never, ever allowed to have cookies? Is that why she's saying no? What he's doing doesn't look very safe, does it? Or it might be almost dinner time, or maybe he already had a cookie. He's on his tippy toes on the edge of that chair, leaning and reaching. If he were to slip, he could take all of this down and be really hurt. Oh, no, David, no. Now, one of my favorite things to see is a kid who has obviously had fun outside. So is she saying, don't go outside and play? No, it is okay to play and to get dirty. I love to see, that kids have been playing outside and gotten dirty, but should he walk across that very light carpet covered in mud? I mean, he is covered. It looks like he has things growing off of him. He's so dirty. So no, you can get dirty, but you gotta kind of watch where you're stepping after you get dirty, right? Oh, goodness. No, no, no. So obviously he needs a bath, right? After this, you obviously need to wash off. Is she saying, no, don't take a bath? No. Look, the water is still running. It's splashing. It's running out of the bathtub, splashing. Look at it, pouring onto the floor. Oh, that's not good for the tile. That's not good for the floor. We gotta turn that water off, huh? The next page just says, come back here, that's all. For some reason, this seems to be everybody's favorite page, I've noticed. So after that bath where he finally got sparkling clean, I guess he just took off running. Come back here, David. So silly. Now, this picture, it says, David, be quiet. Look at those capital letters again with exclamation points. So mom has to yell, David, be quiet. Now, this is a picture. It is two-dimensional. It's not making any noise, but you can see how loud it is, can't you? Look at his face. He is just squinting. He's got his eyes shut tight. His mouth is all the way open. He's got his head back. He is making some noise. So, is it that he's not ever supposed to make noise? No. Is mommy telling him to be quiet because she does not want him to have fun? No. But think about all the noise he's making right now. And he's inside, and you know, maybe she needs to cook with this, or maybe she just washed it and now she's got to wash it again. He's got one on his head too. It seems like these are outside noises he's making, but he's inside the house. Don't play with your food. I think this kid needs some Play-Doh, because that is pretty creative, isn't it? That is a pretty cool guy he made. We don't need to do that with our food though, do we? I think he just needs some art supplies, because that's really cool. But yeah, we're not supposed to play with our food, are we? So, do you think that David is bad? If you think David's a bad kid, then put your finger on your nose. Hands down. If you think that David is a good kid, then pinch one of your ears. Hands down. So let's just think about that as we read the rest. Oh, that's enough, David. Look at all that. You know what I like about this picture is it shows that he eats a good diet. I don't see any junk food, do you? He's eating his proteins and his vegetables. I don't know about eating an entire chicken leg, but yeah, not all at once. Uh-oh. Go to your room. Look how frustrated he looks. That means, frustrated means that you really don't like the way things are. You really wish things were different. He looks angry. His face is kind of red. He has a frown. His fists, look at that. His arms are straight down. He's making a fist. I wonder if he was watching a superhero show. Maybe that blanket of his was like a cape. Do you think maybe he got himself in trouble? And you know, back in these days, if you had your favorite show on TV, that was when you were going to watch it. You couldn't just look it up and watch it at any time. So if his favorite show is on and he's getting sent to his room, he's missing that show, right? And I think that's why he looks so frustrated. Settle down. Oh, look at that. A cape. I suppose we were right. Now, in some families, the kids are allowed to jump on the bed sometimes. In some families, the kids are never allowed to jump on the bed, right? But it looks like he's got his pajamas on, so I don't think it's time to jump on the bed, is it? Pajamas and cowboy boots and a few other things up here. It looks like it's supposed to be bedtime. He's not looking very ready for bed though, is he? Time to settle down. Oh, stop that this instant. Yeah, just get a tissue. Put your toys away. Look at all those nice toys he has. You can't even really enjoy them when your room's a mess though, can you? And look, he's just staring at a TV anyway. To really take care of your toys, you've got to put them away though, right? Not in the house, David. I feel like we all know where this is going. Uh-oh. Oh, I said no, David. Look what happened. Look at David's face. He looks really sad. He looks sorry, doesn't he? It's not like this other one where he looked really frustrated. In this one, he looks angry. He looks like he's kind of thinking, that is not fair. It is not fair. He looks angry here. He looks very sad here. He looks to me like he knows he made a mistake. And he really wishes that that wouldn't have happened. Have you ever made a mistake like that? And you just thought, oh my gosh, my mom is gonna be mad at me forever, or my dad. I feel like that's how he's feeling right now. And I think it's important for you to know that your grown-ups always love you, even if you've made a choice that was not a good choice, okay? And I think that David is a good boy. I think he is learning, and this is what learning looks like. We make mistakes, and sometimes our moms have to use those capital letters on us and the exclamation points, but that does not mean that we're gonna be mad forever, right? It looks like he's thinking, I bet mom's gonna be mad at me forever. And that's why it's important for her to say, Davy, come here, because she knows he's sorry, right? Yes, David, I love you. The end. I love the No David books. I would love to share all of them with all of my friends. And the question that I asked about, if you think David is a good boy, it's okay if you thought at first that he's not, or, you know, if you have a different opinion, that's okay. We're allowed to have different thoughts about things, right? But I love that story because I think a lot of my young friends, my students, might think that if they make a bad or a, not bad, they make a stinky choice or a choice that wasn't a good choice, they feel like that means they are bad. And I would never say that you're bad. I would never say that you are bad, okay? We're just learning. And look, that kid that made all those silly choices grew up to be a really great writer, an illustrator of some really awesome books. So I think he turned out okay. And you will too. Bye, guys.